Let me tell you a story first. I grew up with two fathers at the same time. This is not rehearsed. My father was a trash man, my uncle a millionaire. I saw success and struggle living side by side. Still didn't learn how to speak or let my truth be recognized. Then income flows naturally as gravity pulls what's meant to be. People move toward what feels steady. Calm conviction.
Because I can't do it by myself. And for me, the conversation that cost me everything all the time is I'm a trash man's son who lost everything and then rebuilt it from the inside out. That's my headline that I wasn't telling my clients, my partners in my company, my organizations. I have 2 companies and I have clients, and I wasn't telling them, hey, I lost everything, got it all back. This is how I did it. So who's next?
Hi, Kerry. It's Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
In cold Toronto.
Yeah.
We met a couple of years ago, and I was on your Side Hustle podcast, right? It was my first exploration in actually telling somebody what I do, right? So I produce video content of grassroots motorcycle racing, and I tell the stories of these racers. And your question yesterday when subscribing to this meet, you wanted us to describe what it is that we're actually selling, what we're pitching, right?
Yeah.
I run events, motorcycle racing events, but that's not what people are associating with. It's the stories behind the filming that I do. So brands like the idea of being associated with stories, not necessarily motorcycle racing. So when I do my edits and I do my cuts, I do it in such a way that I focus on one rider and they just tell their story for like 20 minutes or so. The one question that I can't seem to land onto the advertiser, my client, is how much do you want to pay, and do you find this of value? I am right at the cusp of generating income, but I have that killer question still that my clients have learned about me, and they love the work that I do. They've seen it. I've given them the lost leaders, if you will. But I'm now at a turning point, a transformation point, and I'm trying to price what it is that I'm giving to my clients, which is
I'm Perry. I'm
Yes.
an actor and a writer and a teacher.
Thank you.
And a producer, because I have to be. I do a lot of solo shows, and I like to do it on either personal experiences, lessons that I've learned, or on people that should be famous, but they're not. Often they're not known. And I do that on 2 platforms. Nunu Radio, it's an online radio. Every Thursday, I have what I call Perry Tales. And
how do you spell Nunu Radio? How do you
NURadio.com.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm on every Thursday at 7, and then it repeats on Sunday at 1. And I also just recently wrote another solo show called Just Me, and it's short stories in the tradition of the moth, where I'm talking about things, chronological orders, things that happened to me and why I became who I am. And I don't know how to promote
with that. You can take it out and cut the pieces up and post it. So you have to know how to post on various platforms or the internet. Leon Jones, go.
Yes.
Just with your name, what it is you do, and what it is your next step with your business organization. What's now your next step? What do you need? Or, yeah, what do you need for your business?
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Leon Jones, and I'm a director with a company called Legal Shield. We've been around since 1972, and we provide legal services at an affordable rate. We don't have 4 members. We don't have 40 members. We don't have 4,000 members. We don't have 400,000. We have 4.5 million members.
Oh, wow.
We live in a very litigious society. Everybody needs access to an attorney. And prior to Legal Shield, most people could not afford attorneys at $100 an hour, $200, $300, $400, depending on the case. We do all of this for $29.95 a month. We don't charge you by the hour. We charge you monthly, $29.95, where you can talk to an attorney, get legal advice, have your will done. I was just recently scammed for $95,500 by
Rajan, how do we protect ourselves from something like this happening? Because I put out my information to other companies over the years. So how would we as business people, that we have money flowing all the time?
speaking.
This is Rosan. So I'm a software engineer itself. So it seems to me like what happened to Leon is pretty typical type of scam where these people, like Leon suggested, they actually come up with the same design of the website, right? So Kerry, I requested a share. So they
Okay.
design exactly the same website, and there you could see your name. They might not even need your information like social security or all those things. All they need to see is how much money you have in your bank account and your name. That's all they need.
So,
One thing you will notice here, whenever you go on the top, you will see this HTTP
right.
and S. Usually S is always secure.
Secure.
Yeah, that S stands for
Wow.
secure. So one of those things that those websites have. So whenever you see something in a website, you want to make sure that's secure. Make sure there is S in there. That's the first thing. If you don't see S and that says it's a bank, you're falling for it. Good thing to do is always call a bank and make sure your balance is there. That's the second thing you do. Just call your bank and say, hey, how much money do I have in my account? That's the second step. So
what I'm doing right now is I'm creating Argentine tango musicality workshop to teach people how to put the music into their body so that they can become better dancers. My business is still in teaching and coaching. I teach acting, public speaking, and voiceovers, and a little bit of Argentine tango. The deepest part of my heart is in music and Argentine tango.
Idea.
My workshop is designed to teach dancers how to listen to and extract key, quote unquote, secret elements in music, putting it into their body and sharing it with their partner, which is something.
And what do you need now? Person, what is it when you need for to get the workshop out there now?
I don't really know.
Yeah. So I I choose to have more members of my team, 5 members of my team, to get out my energy connection videos, my books, children's books, my podcast. I need to hire more. I've hired Rajan and one other person over the last few years, but I need more. Are you doing a podcast about them, or are you doing
No.
are you doing an audio version and getting out the audio parts of the
No.
who you are?
I'm going to show you who I am.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
show
nice.
us. I like
Okay. So here's the deal. This is an age-old problem in terms of marketing, and I'm going to take a little bit of time, not too much, tell you what I do. I'm a coaching psychologist, which means I understand what I sell is basically insight, information, in terms of how the universal language that we humans speak. Okay? So, Jerry, in terms of, like you said, eyeballs, there's always this incredible debate. Is it quality? Is it quantity? Is it quality? It can be both. But sometimes it's like what the old people used to call, as a consulting psychologist, I work with organizations mainly in healthcare. So, Leon, one of the things I'm going to suggest to you is you're looking for email. You're going to go out and cold call or send out emails, send out phone numbers. Why don't you use your story about being scammed because you sell legal protection? What a great connection in terms of what you had as personal insight, what happened. So now, why I'm going to go buy your product because I don't want this happening to me. And so what you're doing there is you're trying to figure out what is it that I like to do. I'm still looking for my favorite job. My best job is to get paid tons of money to do what I do for free. But you got to get money. So the idea is, how do you target your audience? Because everybody goes out and, like, they used to call it spray and pray. Okay? And that's not going to work so much because we're too sophisticated human beings. By the way, what sells? It's emotion, information, all that good stuff. And the more you're selling your stories, Perry, your situation is who's going to connect with what it is you're really saying. Look for that shared connection and then do a little bit of a balance. I want to get my story out, but I want to hear how it might affect you.
Let me try to be real quick. What I do is I'm an author and entrepreneur, and my focus is on luxury entrepreneurship, leadership, and I would say personal growth. I got to that place after many years, first working in corporate America. I've been in media and information throughout the 80s and in the 90s. I started a sports media company. I grew that company and sold it. And then I decided in 2000 or so that I was going to focus in this area. What I discovered pretty early on was that the luxury marketplace was shifting and it was becoming more entrepreneurial as opposed to just vintage and traditional brands. And so I built a company around a model that I understood well for many years, which was media first. So a lot of the things that we see today, like podcasting and email marketing and books and workshops and all those things, I've been playing in that for many, many years. Been doing that, since the 80s. In fact, thank you, Kerry, for displaying my book there, my most recent book, The Premier You. What I'm joining this call today because I think what I discovered that I needed more than anything was to use the knowledge and skill that I already have in a new phase. So I've already grown companies and sold them. I already understand how to make money every day. That's not a problem for me. What I did not realize was that I was at a new phase, and over the last couple of years, I've been sorting out how to execute in that new phase. What I've come to is that I can help other people make money with my vast amount of content that I've developed for the last 20, almost 25 years. Every single day, I have written and produced content.
I was a stay-at-home mom. I raised 4 kids, and now I'm a mosaic and I was a stained glass artist, but now I'm just a mosaic artist and teacher. And I do a lot of public art in my small town of Natick, Massachusetts, and I recently got a commission to do large mosaic over a cafeteria window for a school that houses children who are wards of the state. And I'm pretty excited about that. And it's going to be installed in April.
Now, you also, I mean, your business also is you teach mosaic art in your
Right.
basement.
Right.
You,
I have a studio in my basement. I teach adults, mostly women, on Mondays. And then I also teach in a middle school, a charter school, on Thursday afternoons for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
so, but the ones that you bring into your studio, they pay you for this
Yes.
time.
Oh, yes. And I get
And you-
paid at the charter school too, and I get
Oh.
paid for my new commission also. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the new commission, it's the first time I actually feel like I'm getting paid what I asked for, and I had to get brave enough to ask for what I wanted per square foot, and I did, and the woman just said, "That's great, no problem." So I was really happy about that.
So
Time,
it's-
so I'm happy to make mine quick. But I I previously worked in entertainment in film and TV production for about 8 years, and now and then I went to graduate school to kind of pivot into venture capital at first, and then that led to starting to work on some like with some startups. And so now I work at a financial technology startup. And we have some overlap in terms of cryptocurrency and blockchain as well. Where we're basically like a federally regulated bank, and we help provide like regulated compliant financial infrastructure for digital asset companies. So yeah, and I work in marketing and business development there, so sales and marketing. And our company has been a very AI forward company in terms of just using tools. We use Claude. We found Claude to be a safer model with our data. And you can like change the safety permissions within Claude. And since we're like a sensitive, fintech company, we wanted to work with AI models that we knew wouldn't be basically combing through all of our data. But we don't use that data in production. We use that, like I use Claude for brainstorming. AI is great, I think, I would encourage everyone to use Claude just to see, use Claude over ChatGPT. That's what I would suggest, mostly because I also think
I
Claude
took that suggestion. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly because I also think Claude, I like the team better, the Claude is owned by Anthropic, and they're also the output that Claude releases, and in terms of their responses, I feel like they're written in more of a like a human level, like sentences, and there's better, I think their model just, especially if you want to use them for marketing or brainstorming for titles, for blog posts or newsletters or YouTube videos or podcast sessions, or just if you're marketing, whatever you're marketing, I just feel like their written output is a lot better and sounds more human than some of ChatGPT's outputs. So, but yeah, but I've
But Kyra, didn't you code?
Yeah, so I have no
With
technical.
your website or whatever? Go ahead, excuse me.
Yeah, so I have no technical experience. I took one computer science class in college, and I have to say I didn't understand anything. So I was like, okay, this is not for me. That said, my um our our CEO was like, instead of hiring a designer, I mean, hire a designer to like kind of get the visual images down for in terms of like what we want it to look like. We'll approve that, but then can you build maybe try using Claude to build the website yourself. So building all the features and everything like that. So I
Somebody I lost.
did that, and I think I can share
Oh, you
this.
sharing?
I'm sharing my
Oh,
screen, I
okay.
think. Okay. So I basically used one of these AI models, this one called Claude, to build our website and like from scratch. And again, this was basically me, and it come and I basically instructed it to, and this took a while. This took like 2 weeks of time. Um, because I kept getting, kind of lost in the code and just like, oh, well, this logo's too small. Can you make it bigger for all of these, but all of the interactive parts of the website, this was basically I used like an AI model to do all of this. Where I did build an entirely different like working platform, and connected it to Stripe, which is a payment app. I built that 100% by myself last weekend. It took me like 4 hours using Claude. And Claude told me what to do. I brainstormed. This is on my personal time, my personal computer. I brainstormed with Claude. I was like, if I wanted to build a business and set up a business this weekend, could you help me do that? What are the best businesses for me to build? It went through different ideas, and it was like, this is a business with some white space that you could build a whole platform in the weekend and set up a payment processor, set up the website. I can help you do all of that. And I was like, and I basically have no technical experience. I told it that too. So you have to walk me through everything. I did that exercise, and I set up a whole platform, um, and in one weekend. And it has a live site. You could go to the site.
Wow.
I wasn't particular about the designs or anything, but I could get paid through this platform today because of how I set it up.
Yeah, so after this call, right? So I think our next action item would be to start a community. So, for example, today we talked about all of our problems on how we can solve with the help of each other, right?
Yes.
So maybe we could start a community and we could just post, okay, I need help with, let's say,
Oh,
video editing or something, right? I need someone. Do you know someone? So we
yes.
could kind of refer to the person who we know, or even we can also jump in and help. So maybe if we can have that, Kerry, that would be really, that would be a great actually. And we since we have all our emails, then we could have all this conversation that whatever we're having today as a chat in that community.
That's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
Hmm?
Uh, that's
Yeah.
Set it up, Rojan.
software developer. So yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So